gentlemen, we may be approaching a fateful hour.
And all ye witnesses have given me great joy and satisfaction.
मुझे संदेह नहीं है कि जनता सब राजनीतिक दल और सब नागरिक इस समय एक हैं।
This is a momentous hour in world history.
We are on air.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
I
my God.
hope we are all audible. Please,
Let's find out.
please put you're audible on the chat if you're audible, because as long as people are chatting, we are all good. We are all set, and we just threw Agent P off the stream because they were being a nuisance. So we're gonna have somebody else, join in, and they're going to roll up for a new character. Oh, sorry, I was just kidding. P is back.
Oh my God, he's back.
Wow.
Yay.
We were just thinking about how much we missed you.
Sure.
All right,
Don't want to
everybody.
come up.
Everybody quiet. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. No, not the jury. Hello, everybody. People from Twitch, welcome to Pantsless Tables, Call of Cthulhu, the Mirth of Things Below. I am your humble, very, very humble and Crit Award winning keeper. I go by Amaan. I go by Amaan HK on all social media platforms, and my pronouns are he, him, and everybody's pronouns and their character pronouns are for you to see on the screen. And we are here with episode 2 of Call of Cthulhu, The Mirth of Things Below. In episode 1, if you haven't checked out, by the way, episode 1, what are you doing with your life? I mean, you should go out and check episode 1. It's on YouTube at Pantsless Tables, where we saw our brave investigators who had, I mean, it's not like brave when they're being paid to do it. They were being paid to go inside and investigate an underground city structure, what have you. But before we get into all of that, let our players, lovely players, introduce themselves. And before we do that, let me just say we are raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So please feel free to donate to the cause. And if you do that, our players might get some perks. You can literally change the course of the game. And with that, I will leave it to the players to introduce themselves. First, we're going to go with clockwise. We're going to go with Agent P.
Hello everyone, I'm Agent P. I use they them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Durga, who also uses they them pronouns. Someone who's just trying to figure out what is happening and hopefully can not die. at least right after being ambushed by someone that they tried to help.
All right. I mean, Durga, they will be fine. You don't need to worry. Just kidding. Coming to next, we have James.
Hello, everybody. I'm James from Logomancy Media. He, him pronouns for both myself and Captain Archibald Wensforth Leah. Looking forward to the horror here. Looking forward to the screams. And looking forward to hopefully raising some money for some kids in need. The links
both
that
hand in
pulled
hand.
up in the chat. Absolutely. The links that made it into the chat, you can affect the game in real time. Steve's set up a whole bunch of different rewards that can make things harder for us or easier for us. Maybe easier for us, we'll see. But if you're able to, share it out or donate if you can. Give some love, and let's get some Eldritch up in here.
Yeah, let's Eldritch it out. And with that, we come to Louise.
Hello.
I'm Lewis Wolf. I have not slept. I'm still playing Baron. You can find me on Twitter at it's Lewis W. Most places, sometimes with an underscore, sometimes there isn't. I am a disabled artist, podcast producer, and actor. My pronouns are he, him, or they, them, and Baron's is they, them. This is going to be a rough session for me just because I haven't slept. We're good though.
We're
Horrors.
good. We're good. I'll scream in your ear. Don't worry. And
Yep.
talk about screaming. Yeah, we ended with Scream last time, and we began last stream with a cold open with our final player over here, Maria Brevista.
Hello, it's me. Hello, I'm Maria, also known as Maria Bruista on the internet. I use they and she pronouns. I do a lot of streaming and stuff, but today I'm going to be probably screaming as Val, Valeria Espinoza, who uses she and her pronouns.
Amazing. So we told you about Make-A-Wish Foundation and how we're also officially supported by Chaosium because they gave us their lovely Keeper rulebook, and also they have graciously said that they will give away 4 Keeper 4 starter Call of Cthulhu starter set if you join in to the giveaway, as Steve has already mentioned in the chat. So please enter it. There's already been one winner, so if you just join in the raffle, you can have a free Call of Cthulhu starter set, a physical starter set. Let me tell you that it's not just digital. You'll have the physical copy in your hand. And with that, I think we're done with the introductions, and we can get into the Eldritch horrors, so to speak. We begin with where we left off. Faces and eyes wide open as they stared into this humanoid, similar to human faces, with eyes wide open, shining with the light from your lamps, as they screamed, "Run! Run! Little fairies! Run!" We smash to black and travel back in time. We open on the close-up of a pair of eyes, deep red pupils. Sweat covers their face all around, and from their point of view, the world starts to settle in as their heartbeat slows and they take deep breaths. Whew. There's a light bulb hanging nearby in what seems to be like an engineer's workshop. Thump, 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 thump. There is sounds of footsteps on the floor above. And the bulb slightly swings a little because it throws weird shadows because of it, extending from bits of mechanical parts which are hanging from hooks on the wall, and throws shadows which look like monsters, which look like the anger of 1,000 people. There are so many shelves along each of the 4 walls, and knickknacks hanging from hooks, electrical tools, soldering irons, wires upon wires, bits of motor parts, smells of chemicals and motor oil, a little bit of sulfur, and even chocolate. There's a mug that needs washing, which is kept on the central station. And we pan away to the end of the room where there's a basin and a sink with a drip, 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 droplets of water from an old tap. A 1920s Casey Neistat studio, so to speak. But it's organized. Well, I would say it's not organized at the moment because, well, it's all a bit blurry anyway right now. Veran, would you like to put on your glasses
Yeah. So, Varen, while they're working in the workshop, I think they have like the green things that flap up. I think while they're working, the green things are up. They don't really need to make their eyes look like less red or anything. Color theory. So they're like, I think they have their glasses on. They're like working like whatever they're working on. I think probably surrounded by various different metal bits and bobs.
And you see on each shelf, everything is built for their mobility. I mean, the only thing is that they're so disorganized. That's why it looks messy, and for no fault of their own, I guess. Maybe, who knows, we'll find out. And oh my god, would you look at the time? It's noon, almost time for your breakfast. From the door and the window, it's closed, and you can see a bit of light seeping through. You hear a bit of ruckus going about. Your workshop it's locked away in an it's locked away in obscurity in the middle of what seems to be a bustling market alleyway, which has barely any sunshine hitting the floor, as on both sides residential commercial buildings rise up on both sides, and their awnings almost extend into each other's balconies. And you can hear somebody shouting for vegetables. Aloo! Fresh aloo! Somebody just having a bit of tea. Chai! Chai! You hear all of this muffled sound from outside. You hear children playing about. And suddenly you hear tuck, 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 knock on the door. Mr. Ashwin, your lunch is here, please. They're knocking at the window.
Yeah, I think they're to like flip their glasses down, so like the green lenses are like down. They're gonna like open the door. I think they really only open the door enough to like reach and grab the food, which would be ominous if the person wasn't used to it.
I see, still not gracing us with your presence. But yeah, your monthly payment is due. You were late last time, so I would rather have the money up front.
Yes. Yeah, I thought some other guy actually came and got it. So
I mean, it is. Mr. Ashwin, we honestly, I do not charge a lot for the lunch. I barely charge anything for the rent. If I can give you a week, but please have it ready. My man will come and take it from you, but please have it ready.
Yes, I will find. I have another job coming up. I'll pay 2 months ahead once this job goes through.
Sure.
Yes.
I must say, the way you fixed the motorcycle for me last month, I mean, it works way better now than it did since I bought it. So thank you for that.
Since I fix things for you, I think maybe we can come to an understanding in that regard.
Hence the week, Mr. Ashwin. Listen, I have things to go to here. Please take your food. And he gives you sort of a casserole, a tiffin box, a metal tiffin box for you. Here, I will come back next week. Your lunch for the next week will be delivered by one of my other workers. So, yeah. All right. Have a good day.
And, I hope your bike doesn't break.
And he just, you can just see him like Sure.
Yes, thank
10,
you.
10, 10 days is fine. And he just
Mhm.
walks away. Uh, so from here on in, what do we see? What does Viran do on a typical day?
Um, I think typical that they get their food. Sometimes they haggle, sometimes
Mhm.
they don't. It
Mhm.
really depends. But I think then they go, they eat their food. At there's I think they like clear off like parts of a table so that there's like a clean, probably it's just a foot of space. Okay, so they set the food down. Um, Eat, turn back to their table and work, eat again, and it's really just that until they go to bed. Very much creature habit. They just do the same thing
I
again
assume
and again.
Veran has a few books in the workshop as well. Uh, as you open one of these books, you see a note fall out from it onto the floor.
Mhm.
It's signed VE. I
Mhm.
hope you. I found this. The notes written. I found the strange books of ancient inventions. It's very obscure. I'm putting it in safely in your hands. Maybe you can make something of it. Who's this book from?
It's from their only friend, Valeria.
Valeria Espinosa, the kindly and mysterious bookstore slash library owner.
They have an
Uh,
understanding.
they have you guys have an understanding. Um, so you take a look at it fondly and you go about your day. You hear another knock on the window. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Uh, it seems like a rapid. It seems like
Mhm.
a rapid noise, but not a hard. Not like a hard knock, but a rapid knock. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Yeah, they're gonna just sigh, adjust their vest. And it's always just their clothes are a little ill fitting. It's whatever they can get. So they go, and they like open the door again, just enough, maybe slightly less than they usually do, just in case.
Uh, you see, there's a group outside of children, barely between the ages of 9 and 12, from what you can see, and all of them, as you just slightly open the window or door, uh, they all of them just perk up. Ah, uh, uh, can you fix our toys?
Varen will like, yes, okay. They open their door more. Okay, come on. What? How many am I fixing today?
आओ अरे 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 आओ वो ठीक कर देंगे ठीक and they start they immediately with no, I mean children, I mean they don't really care for propriety, I mean
Not
they
at
don't,
all.
and they just like burst in like and as soon as they come in they are like whoa. Oh, arey, whoa! And they're just like examining all of your trinkets, all of your things here and there. Uh, and you have fixed toys before. You have fixed toys for these children before, and it's the same wonder for them every time because
Yep.
these places are usually not open to children. To be
Mhm.
honest, they are the adult spaces. And you should stay away from them until one day you're asked to come and work there. But you know, you're open to it. Children are fine. They don't, as long as they don't break things, that's fine. And you see some of them have like a wooden doll with some sort of mechanic inside of it. Although you don't work with a lot of wooden mechanics, but you still know enough of engineering that
Mhm.
you can do something with it. Some of them have uh, almost like a cheap automaton
Mhm.
that was made just for that was roughly and quickly made and started to rust. One of them has like a toy car which doesn't run on battery but runs on a mechanism where you once pull it back and just pull
Mhm.
it off, it starts to run. It's a fairly new thing, and they haven't figured out the nitty gritty yet. And you are certain you can make it better. So you see this group of 5-6 children, boys and girls, all of them mostly with clothes which look either you know shorter on them, like it's been there in a while, and they're having
Mhm.
they're growing and new clothes aren't there, or clothes which are now faded, or clothes which are slightly dirty because of playing in the mud outside. Because why not play, where to play if not mud? That's the best
That's where the
place
toys
to.
get rusty. We've had this talk.
Can you and you see one of the little boys, he brings out a doll. uh, this doll has wires for hair, has springs for arms, and seems to be a key in the back, which if you turned it enough, it starts to she starts to bobble her head. You're aware of the mechanic. Can you fix it? My papa gave it to me, but it's not working anymore.
I can fix it. Okay. Have all of you eaten yet today?
They're very shy. They put their hands behind their back and they're like, "Mm, no, yes." Some of them like, "How? Say yes, say yes." Like some of them, and you see this one boy who goes up to you is like, "No."
Yeah, Varen's gonna flip up their glasses and like just give them a look. And then they're gonna walk over to their table where they set like the food that they got, and they're gonna just be like, okay, you guys take this, ration it out while I fix your toys. Don't break anything in the shop.
Suna, listen, don't break anything. I know you. I don't break. You don't break. You broke my foot. You broke my shoe. You can't break shoes. That's the same thing. Sorry.
It's fine. Just
So-
there's a corner that doesn't have scraps somewhere.
You see, all of them move away. They sit down. They are. I mean, they're gossiping between each other of the things they played, the uh, how somebody cheated in their last game, in their last cricket match, or how somebody is very bad, and how their sister is not and not giving them enough presents, or things like that, just children things, how they gossip. So they're doing all of that as you fix them. It's not very tough to fix these things. You're your way around small mechanical parts, so it doesn't take long before you fix it. Each of the children, once they receive it, they go on their way, but this boy stays back with still sort of playing with his doll. He turns the screw, the head starts to bobble, and he says, "Thank you. Do you play with toys?"
Well, in a matter of speaking, I have my various projects and inventions, so I guess in a way, yes, but not the same ones that you guys play with.
Papa used to play with me with toys. He brought me this, and we used to make up stories of her. She is Miss Steele, and she used to go on a lot of adventures. She went to the fairyland, and she went with her dragon, and she. But Papa can't play with me now. He coughs. He is just these days. It's just me and Papa. Uncle is there, but Uncle is away. Uh, on He's a soldier, so he works most of the time. So it's just me and Papa, and I was wondering if I can come play with you tomorrow.
Yes, and I will have something else for you tomorrow.
Thank you. And he just like runs out.
Yep.
And so days go by. You one or two times this child, this kid comes and spends like half an hour or 1 hour with you, just making up stories with these things. And you see for a couple of days he doesn't come. That sort of breaks the routine which you have formed with, until one day you hear a similar knock. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Farron's gonna open the door.
Hi.
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 Are you alright?
I'm okay. Can I come in?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay. And he brings in his toy. Uh, you see, I mean, the toy works fine, but you see that this kid doesn't look like he has bathed for a couple of days at least. The clothes seem old.
Oh.
I mean, you can see there's dirt around the what do you call it? The sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like he's been doing some digging. The hand doesn't seem as clean, and he's like, Papa's gone to fairyland, and my uncle and I uh, we are going to grandma's place. I've never seen or met grandma, but uncle says that it will be good. It is not that far. It is. Um, he says that we'll reach if we go today evening by train. We'll reach there tomorrow, and then I can play with grandma over there. And uh, my uncle was crying a lot, so I don't know. He says that Papa has gone to fairyland, but I uh, I'm wondering when he will be back. Uh, I'm sure it will be fine. I mean, Miss Steele has gone to fairyland. I mean, she has
Yes,
traveled there.
I know a great many people who have gone to Fairyland, and he is in good company. And I think Varen's gonna go turn around, maybe sniffle a little, but then they're gonna compose themselves, and then they like pull it from behind their back. Okay, I've been working on this. It works
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
But it is, I think it's a dragon, like a automaton thing. The wings move if you turn the crank. Okay, this is for Miss Steele.
Wow. And he just sees his eyes go wide and his mouth is gaping. Like, wow, this is bigger than the dragon Miss Steele fought. Wow. My father always used to say thank you whenever somebody does something for you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Can I take this?
Yes, this is your reward for being such a very good assistant.
I can. Uncle says that I can work when I grow up in a few years. He says it's not going to be that late now. So if when I can start working, I'll come work for you. Okay?
Yes, I will keep the position open.
Yeah. He says that he can also get me enrolled in to become a soldier. Because he works as a soldier, and he says that he gets to live in a real house. So he says that he can make me one of the soldiers for our country, our great country, and I can get to serve our nation as well. So but I also want to come here and I your I mean your room looks like a castle.
There are very valid professions to explore. Um, I'm sure your uncle is a very wise man. But remember, sometimes it is okay to stick it to the man and fight for what you want to do. Okay. And if your uncle has a problem with that, that's not his problem. Okay. He needs to reevaluate some things. So do what makes you happy. Okay. Because a lot of people will tell you it's a bad idea. You can't do that. Don't listen to them. Okay. Stick it to the man. Responsibly. Use caution. Read the room. Make good choices.
Okay. I hope my grandma will be nice. My father never spoke of her, but I will. I hope she's as nice as Miss Steele. That will be great.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm sure she's a very lovely lady.
In the background, you suddenly hear the sound, Sharad, Sharad, and this kid's name, this kid's name now is Sharad, um, and he suddenly bugs up. Okay, I have to go. I have not told my uncle about you, but yes, when I come here, I'll come meet you. Okay, I have to go. Bye.
Speak to the man responsibly. Bye bye.
And he just runs away outside. At the same time, you hear another knocking, tuck, 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 tuck. This is one of the cooks who cooks the dinner for you. It's like she is like, well, Mr. Ashwin, this is today's dinner. It's not much. This is rice. I have a smashed brinjal and some lentil soup for you. And not much for tonight. We are short on stock.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. And who is that kid? I've seen him around. He's a nice kid.
Yeah, good.
He's a nice kid. It's a shame about his father, though.
Yes, Fairyland. I've heard. I'm sorry. I mean,
Fairyland. Oh, I understand.
I'm not going to explain that to a kid. That's
yes, you should. Yeah, it should not. I mean, I've heard he's being sent to boarding school by his uncle. So, yeah. Apart from his uncle, there's no one really. So
I've heard about a grandmother.
I don't know about this grandmother, but from what I know, he's going to boarding school. I heard it from the uncle himself.
And there's no grandmother. The kid mentioned a grandmother.
Oh, she died a few years ago.
Okay.
I mean, it was one of the coughing diseases. I mean, them working in the factory all day long, all night long. It feels like it runs in the family.
Does it? Okay.
Anyway, here's your food.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have a great night. I'm not gonna think about anything late into the hours. Thank you. Goodbye. And then Varen takes food and shuts the door. Fuck. Okay.
You shut the door and you take a moment for yourself. There's a mirror right where you're sitting. Some baby children are playing upstairs. Again, you hear the thump, 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 thump. And the bulb is swinging. The children are happily shouting, "Run! Run! Run!" And from that, we transition back to
When I get you, Amaan, you're evil. There's evil in your heart.
I need all of you to roll me for
How dare
sanity.
you? You just roll sanity. That's
Oh,
silly. That's so silly of you to ask that. Oh my god.
I'm just going to point out right now the distinction between fairyland and being called fairies by this
I
thing.
didn't like that.
oh, yeah,
no,
yeah, it's
now that you
fine.
pointed that out.
yeah, no, it's fine.
uh-oh.
Everything's fine.
You have evil in your heart, Amaan.
I
Do we have to
How
roll
did it
under our sanity
do anything?
points?
Yep, that's a
Oh.
failure.
But
For the
but my
captain.
sanity is a lot.
Also,
so
I want
have
you to.
roll it.
I'm so sorry. I'm also want you to think. What would your character do in this moment if you fail? If they were insane?
Scream? I don't okay, let me roll. That's also a failure. No, yeah, Varen's fully having a panic attack. Just not having a great time. Awful time, in
I just
fact.
want to take a. I'm gonna.
Okay, so we have failure on James's part, on Lewis's part. How are the rest? How are the two of you looking?
I got a 1.
I got a 4.
Must be so
great.
nice.
We're so good.
So for Maria, I believe that is a critical success.
It is.
And
I heard.
For P, is that an extreme success? Is it?
I
is it
mean,
a
I'm
fifth?
at 80.
Is it
I
a
think
fifth?
so.
Is it a fifth
Yeah.
value? Yeah,
Yes,
I think
it's a fifth.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. All right. So
It's a good
first,
We'll save you.
before
It's
we
fine.
go before we go into the how in Call of Cthulhu it works is, if you don't know, if you fail on your sanity check, you do one involuntary action, and you may also lose your sanity points. But in this case, Durga and Val, you have dealt in some knowledge of the occult and some knowledge which is hidden from the general public. Can you both roll me for intelligence? And I want you to fail in this. You need to fail in this. Otherwise, you need to fail.
Oh.
Otherwise, you may be privy to some knowledge which
You shouldn't know.
you shouldn't know.
Did you fail or succeed?
I think I'll be able to fail.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well, I might not. Oh, whoops.
No.
No, I'm too smart. I
No.
did too good. Oopsies. We're too smart.
We're
Virgo,
too smart. We're too smart. Dude, my
we stick our
intelligence.
noses in too many places. We remember too many things.
My
curse of
intelligence is
knowledge.
at a 20, and I rolled a 15.
Oh, well, my intelligence is at a 55, and I rolled a 26.
Oh,
Mine-
okay.
Mine-
Well,
That's why I was
I
so
would've been
confident. I was like, I'm
screwed.
gonna fail it, no problem. Dice
Yeah.
it.
no.
Maria, you want to use your luck points to make it a hard success?
No.
No.
In one instance, absolutely not.
All right.
No.
First.
Jack.
I almost
First.
did. You almost tricked me.
First, Lewis, what's
Uh-huh.
the worst insane thing that Veran could do as you see these creatures with these eyes wide open, toothy grin? What does screaming for you to run? What does Veran do?
Scream. And then I think it does have like panic. I think they would try to like get away as far as possible. You know, like frantically trying to like turn on the motor back on their wheelchair to get the fuck out of there.
All right. You, without even seeing who's behind you, you put it in reverse and you try to move back as far as possible and you hit someone. We don't know. We'll get to who soon. James, my dear.
The captain is shaken, and his usual composure is gone as he unslings his Lee Enfield. This is Call of Cthulhu. This is not a good thing to be doing. And he is lost in his own mind and his own memories of horror and terrors of war, and pulls the bolt back on this Lee Enfield and just goes, ah! And starts screaming, firing round after round after round after round into these horrors. There's no aiming. There's no winning scenario here. It's just lost in random shot.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Not to worry at all. You'll be fine. Let me quickly roll a d4.
He is a military man.
Love that.
Love
Good.
that.
Really good for us.
So, for Veron, you lose 4 points of sanity.
Mhm.
And Captain, you lose 3 points.
3
of
points. Gotcha.
3 points of sanity.
I didn't mean to roll that. It's I'm just adjusting it here.
Not a problem at all. And now we will roll to see who does Veron hit.
Oh.
Val.
No.
Of course. Gotta aim for your best friend.
You see these monstrous creatures appear from the shadows, tearing this Arjun's torso through. And you see this man fall into the ground with a spear sticking out of his throat. And you see these people. Well, people? Are they people? And something strikes in your mind that you know that you've heard or read about these people before.
Mhm.
Somewhere. You're not able to be sure yet where you have read about them, but you have read about them. And with that, you will lose
I
1
did
point.
because God.
You will lose 1 point of sanity.
Great. Yeah, because I looked at some old books about
Yes,
like
you did.
rumors and folktales and stuff and I wrote it down: a fading sun and eye with many arms and people with long limbs and ears, and brought with them a terrible god.
And
Haha.
and Durga, you see all of this unfold. It's you had your gun cocked and ready for Arjun to eat it. He did eat it, but from another direction. And you hear the motorized wheelchair go backwards, and you hear like it has run over someone. You see the captain, boom, 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 just shoot his gun,
Rifle.
and as rifle as he's screaming, as something almost feels like he's recalled of something. Durga, one of the faces eerily,
No.
almost for a moment, it fades away as quickly as you realize it. Almost feels like it's familial in nature. Somewhat resembles it. Somebody you lost some time ago. But you know it's an illusion. Because it just comes and it almost blends into this eyelidless face, as if this creature has never blinked once in their life. Run, little fairies. So they're still standing there. The people behind you, you hear a tuk 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 at this as they start to run. Val, you see a wheelchair hit you as you are just
Ow.
as you're faced the truth of what you saw in your dreams, what you're frozen in the moment. You don't see this wheelchair coming backwards towards you as they hit you and you are thrown back. You lose 2 hit points as they run over you.
We don't have
You
a lot
fall
of
down.
those.
At this
We
point,
did get donations last
dear, at
stream,
this
4
point,
hit points.
did.
dear viewers, we will ask of these our brave investigators, what would you like to do?
Cry. No.
We're running, right?
Yeah.
We are, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide, we can run for it, or you can try and face it.
Mm,
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
let's
I think running is good.
gather our party
running.
before venturing forth, and then this is no bueno.
No,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. Actually.
This
It's
is
pretty
pretty-
bleak,
this is
dare I
pretty bad.
say.
Yeah.
We don't need to
Um,
stay here. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Covering fire, suppressing fire.
Uh-huh.
Get behind me! And he keeps racking, and he's just holding the rifle and like looking for targets, and like trying to pull back to his senses after a moment of fury.
And I think, Varen is still just going up the staircase, okay, in their wheelchair. They're going, okay.
Yeah, Val is chasing after Viren after being absolutely pummeled by them. Oops. Wants to make sure you don't, careen off into like some chasm somewhere.
A horrible abyss. What you think?
Yeah.
You think Amaan would do that to us? Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What-
Fully, yeah.
No. We'll
What
just
is-
tumble into the horrible abyss of our minds. It's fine.
What is
Hello?
your who has the highest move rate in your party?
Taking a look.
What a great
I have
question.
8.
You have 8. All right, that's 8 for Durga. I just need the highest one because I'm trying to simplify this chase.
Oh, Is
for
it
you
the?
There should be a move stat below your like your main. I think it should be.
It's
Apollo-
under
It should be under
it's under
power.
combat.
Oh yeah.
It's under your combat stat.
Oh, all right. I'm
Oh,
Mine's
it's under
also
combat.
8.
Set. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, mine's
Oh.
7, so mine is not.
Okay.
Okay, so it's your dex like
Yeah.
tiny.
Yes.
It's your extreme dex.
Yeah. Your extreme dex. So Durga's 8. Can you guys let me know?
8.
Is if 8? All right. Is that
Also
the
8.
highest? 8. That's great.
I'm slow.
All right. So for simplicity's sake, ladies and gentlemen, we will be keeping it as a simpler chase, since 8 is the highest moving rate. I did not mean that to rhyme. I want one of you who has 8 or who has the highest stat to roll me a dexterity check, please, to stay ahead of these
Okay.
creatures.
It won't be me because I want to be behind the
Mhm.
slowest person.
My
in our group.
dexterity is 30. What
Mine's
is
40, but-
yours, P? Okay, yeah, you're behind, but P, what is
Yeah.
yours?
Mine's 25.
Okay, I'm rolling Dex.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Let's go.
I'm afraid. Extreme success. Never mind.
You can still be afraid though. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm full of fear, but I
So-
succeed.
The party's collective rate, if on a success, is especially on an extreme success, is a +1. So your move rate is 9 at the moment. The chaser's move rate for now is half of yours. We'll try to keep. You want to keep ahead.
Mhm.
All right. So
Yeah.
as we see, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all from all places and of all inclinations, you see our investigators start to run. Who's leading the party, and
I
how are
think
they leading? You have the
probably-
motorized.
Yeah, I'm probably, leading the party. Are they leading well? No, I think I don't even think they fully register that the other, investigators behind them. Varen has one goal, and that is getting out of here and trying to make the door happen. They're trying to make the door happen, ideally, which won't, but that's fine.
The fastest way is straight, because you're sure you don't know what the other rooms are. The other rooms can have a dead end, and then you'll be dead, so to speak. You start to follow these other gentlemen as they ran ahead of you, and you can still hear them running. You can hear them running. You can hear them running, and you are about to reach the threshold from where the stairs, which goes upwards and downwards, where it starts. And across from those stairs, there's another similar road that goes straight. You can either choose to go straight, or you can choose to go down or up the stairs. But it's your choice. I'll need you to make another dexterity check when you choose to do that, just to be
Okay.
able to not slow down,
Okay.
because they're going to be also rolling for their dexterity. And as soon as you don't want them to be at the same move rate as you. Your plus and minus
Okay.
are going to come through your dex checks.
Okay.
Is as a point of clarification,
Yeah.
as we're moving, pulling up the rear again, trying to cover his friends, the captain is systematically turning around and lining up and firing off a shot as we go, as we're able to.
You want to go give me a firearms check?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, and then I
Please do.
think Varen's going to continue to go straight. Let me roll dex. Oh, it's a failure.
All right.
That's a failure on the rifle check. It wouldn't have hit anything.
Listen.
Boom! You
Yeah,
hit it.
Okay.
A ricochet off the wall. I'm going to roll for the dex. You want this to fail.
I really do. Did it?
It did, thankfully.
Okay. I manifested
and so did yours. Where do you go straight, or do you go down the stairs?
Wait, so are we going up and then there's another staircase down, or is there another straight
So here's
way?
imagine you're coming this way,
Uh-huh.
and the stairs are going up and down, and across the stairs there's another road.
Okay,
Similar.
yeah, going straight then.
Going straight, definitely. You do hit a bump, but thankfully the humanoids which are following behind, they're not that fast, or you assume they like the thrill of the chase.
You didn't have to say that, not saying that was free.
And you hit a bump. You almost feel like, okay, is my hydraulics fine? We'll find out if your hydraulics are fine or not when we get to the end of the chase. But for now, you keep going straight. You can still hear the men in front of you. They're still running ahead. Apparently, they know this area, so you can decide to follow them. And you can deal with them later if you want. because they are running for their life.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not convinced they won't turn into horrible creatures. I'm be honest with you.
They are screaming and running. You can hear them
that-
literally. Like, bhag, bhag, abhi idhar ja, idhar, this way, no, yeah, this way. And you can hear them in the distance, like shouting that.
Okay. I think for now, I think Verd would still follow them.
All right. Zoom, you change your gear. You almost like you stall your engine for. You feel like you stall your engine for a moment, but you put it into gear and you still. You are powering through the road. There are bits and bobs of like wall which have torn down, balconies which are broken, and anything you want. If you guys want to cause a hazard for the creatures who's falling behind, you can think of something. You're free to do so, and that might cause them a penalty. All right. At this point, you keep following, and you can see there's a dead end coming because you do have one of those torches on your wheelchair, right? And there seems to be a dead end over there, and you can see one of those men, and he's just holding up his hand. I'm sorry about earlier, but you can come here, please. This way. And he's like holding up his hand.
The captain bellows, "He sounds sane. Get to the man."
Okay. Because Varen's not going to make their own decisions right now. So yeah, they're going to listen to whatever the captain tells them to do. So they're going to go to the man.
You follow them. Give me another dexterity check because because as you turn, because there's another turn at the end of the road. You turn right. That stairs is unfortunately not very mobile friendly for a person with. I need you to roll me another dex check for this. A penalty for this. What's the worst thing that can happen to Veran at this moment?
Dying.
Well,
no. So I think.
What's the bad thing that will happen? You think that can happen if you don't succeed in turning and going down this stairs?
I mean, falling out of their wheelchair would be not great.
It's actually worse than that.
Cute.
Your wheelchair, since it's motorized and it has electrical sparks, there might be a fire.
No.
There's a chance. I'm saying. I'm not saying it will be that exactly. But
you do have a live torch strapped to it, dripping hot pitch constantly.
Okay.
Well, no, I thought that it was a lantern that was on.
Yeah, I think it was a lantern.
Okay.
There's a lantern.
Which is still a flame source.
So but hear me
so
out.
that's still there.
Hear me out, friends and family. Okay.
I can give you. You can use an advantage if another player can tell you how they're helping it, and I'll say, for in this case, if you fail, you still be able to push your roll.
Okay. Hear me
I
out,
would like
chat.
to help.
So I think what we could do in this situation, we need a hazard, right? I think we send the wheelchair towards them, Viking funeral style. Because Varen still has their crutches. Yeah, Varen still has their crutches. Okay, so they're still good. To like move around. It'll be a little trickier.
Durga's straight up gonna like offer to just throw their torch at them.
Okay, but listen. Okay, so we could Viking funeral them.
Does this chair have gasoline or kerosene inside it, running an engine?
Yes. Okay, let me get out of it first.
I would like to grab the Varen.
I would like to backpack
Theron, please.
I guess
Yes.
Durga will take the wheelchair and just kind of just like let it go and then just give an Archie like a go signal.
The captain shoulders his Lee Enfield and instead draws that 1911 that he's got, the pistol. And you see him immediately straighten, turn to the side, and raise a hand in this smooth practice motion. And it's almost like this calm comes upon him, and he waits. He is a award-winning marksman from the military with a pistol. Rifle is not great, but a pistol.
I'm imagining the Olympics meme, the guy from Turkey.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
Only better
Only
dressed.
spectacles.
Better dressed.
That's true.
A bit more dapper.
A little.
A little bit dapper, a little bit of a more of a swagger. Yeah. So, what do? Describe to me how this happens, and I'll ask you to roll. But I have asked you to roll for a dex check first. So let me know if you want to change the situation here.
Okay.
Do you want to turn? Because again, we are in the run at the moment. There's not a lot of, there's not a lot of time for you guys to decide. So you have to decide if you want to go down the stairs, risk it, but you can use the help of your friends to give you an advantage, or you can do a Molotov wheelchair.
I mean, I think we should commit to Molotov wheelchair and then see what happens from there.
This is the second game in a row that I've had to utter the words, I've never met a problem throwing a Molotov cocktail couldn't solve. It causes an entirely new problem, but it doesn't fail to solve the first one.
Okay. Did not expect this to happen so soon, but here we are.
No, what is this?
Oh
Reed?
no, I don't like that. I don't like the tone.
I like how we have 4 sessions and this is too soon.
All right. So, stopping the chase over here, because you guys are stopping, I want you to can you give me an electrical repair or an electronics check? Because you want it to go, unmanned, so to speak.
Yes. Okay. You said electrical repair or
Your choice. You can either give me you have 3 choices actually: mechanical repair, electrical repair, or electronics. Yeah, it's up to you because it depends on you how you have made this wheelchair.
I'm gonna go with mechanical repair.
Right.
And hope and pray that I succeed. I have a 60. It could happen.
You can have advantage because you are stationary and you have your fellow investigators to help you.
Yes. Okay.
So you'll have to roll.
Hard success.
Ooh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it happens. Hard success. You sure? Of course you're sure. You want this to happen? Of course you want this to happen.
Yeah, we're committed to Molotov wheelchair.
We see we open with from the back of these monsters with their extended spine, their heads jutting out, silhouetted against the torchlight of your torches and lamps, as they sort of weirdly walking, and the shoulders are moving in weird places, extending too far out and too far upwards and downwards for any normal humanoid, as they're making these noises as they're approaching you. The camera rushes past them and rushes up to you as you sort of tie a gear and jack the clutch, so to speak, and you prepare. Any last words?
Bon voyage.
You see your wheelchair going towards them. You're going towards them. And the last thing all of you see are a bunch of gleeful faces as boom, you all see an explosion. You don't even, yeah. Actually, in this case, as you shoot, you don't need to give me a roll for that. We know he's an expert marksman, under control. He has Captain has it under control. As he shoots them, boom! You see a big explosion from their faces, and you see bodies burst forth, engulfed in flames as they're still laughing.
We made it worse, guys. We made it worse.
As they all sort of stumble down.
Flaming zombies.
Still laughing, almost crawling. You see burning flesh peel off their bones, dropping, their bones still attached by tendons and by these cartilages and nerve endings, still trying to move forward. Do you guys move for it, or would you like to look at this funeral pyre?
Time to go.
I'm gonna grab.
Run, please.
Viren's now my backpack buddy.
Yeah, I'm backpacking.
I'm grabbing
Korean
Viren
style,
and
K-drama style.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. As you suddenly you take your move. We are out of the chase at the moment. That was a very smart, hasty, and idiotic decision, and I love it so much.
Molotov wheelchair.
Oh,
Is
stab
it-
into the
is it-
wheelchair.
Yes, love the Molotov. Is it too late to say that Durga would probably look back?
Durga, you're looking back. They seem to be still moving,
Mm-hmm.
although engulfed in flames,
Oh, that's
bodies
worse.
charred, eyes melting.
I'll be just a sec. I just have to step away one moment.
Absolutely. So as Captain is AFK, he is out of mind as well. That's OM. And as you walk down the stairs, you see these men. He's like, come fast. Rushing all four of you in. As you enter beyond that, you see two men pull a lever of some sort, and you see a portcullis, a netted portcullis, an iron gated portcullis fall down, locking you off from that. And at this moment, all of you can see at the top of the stairs, still burning, but not engulfed in flames at the moment. But you can still, their bodies still red light coming off their bodies, engulfed in, still burning. Let me just clarify. Crawling, making almost noiseless laugh sounds, if it can be called that, just breaths.
So it made the monsters worse, guys.
And they start to crawl down the stairs, limbs long, dragging their legs behind them. Three of these bodies come closer. They latch onto the staircase is narrow. They latch onto the walls on the side. Attempt to stand. They can barely walk at this point. They are clearly hurt, clearly at the end of life. Are they alive? And as they sort of approach you, is it a trick of the eyes, or are their longer limbs getting shorter? It almost looks like you see these bones at the end almost punch inside their bodies. as they approach the portcullis gate and their fingers wrap around the iron,
Val, against their
they
better judgment, is terrified and so terribly curious to see actual folklore in front of her,
Mhm.
things of legend that shouldn't exist. And it is not going to go up to them, but is going to get a bit closer.
Baron, who is on.
Oh, I'm putting Baron. I'm
Captain.
putting.
Okay,
I'm
good. I was
giving
looking like
to
Baron.
Durga,
No,
yeah.
Val,
No.
what?
Captain,
Baron is being put elsewhere.
Good,
Captain,
good.
would you like to take a photo of this?
Oh,
You're not
I
you're
need
not
to-
audible.
Yes, I would.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They now what looked like their limb, which was unreasonably long, they now stand at normal human height, almost as if their bones have shrunk.
Of course. Of course
Why
they
did
do.
there
They're
become-
standing straight up. You can see they have unnaturally long ears pointed up and back. What used to be long hair, barely a few wisps of them burning away. All of their bodies look like burned. I mean, they are not, but they look like burnt barks of trees, if it makes sense. Like cracks in their bones and their skin and red glow beneath them. Eyes, which they are not crying, their eyes are melting. And
Not a sight
They-
I'd ever hoped to see again.
they're smiling ear to ear still. Their teeth look very human, very close to humans, like how you generally are. There are no fangs, there are no sharp teeth. They look very much human, if not for a few ghastly details. A few details which are unsavory to the eyes, to the mouth, to the mind, to the heart. And they seem to be speaking something, but their throat is burned, it's hollow, their vocal cords are gone.
Absolutely snapping a photo of this.
The photo snapped is this creature against the wall, naked as they were born.
Why would you say that?
Now the captain
They-
wouldn't be able to know that
and-
right away because of old Kodaks.
and beside them, almost their shoulder and their hair, almost like framing it nicely as a person interacting with a prisoner, is Val, who's captured in this photo. Val, would you like me to give a spot hidden?
Yes. Val is probably is continuing to get closer, but will stop like probably about 10 feet from them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
As they're rolling this, the captain's also going to pull out the first aid kit from his bag in preparation because he knows Miss Valeri got hit.
Yeah.
To treat, no doubt, the wounds that you have and have not disappeared.
You
of
have
course.
I'm
blood seeping.
running on
Yeah,
adrenaline.
yeah. You have blood flowing through your fingers. Yeah, you're clearly hurt. There's blood on your clothes. But again, pure adrenaline, shock, whatever you may call it. You don't care at this moment. This something is close. You are close to something that can maybe reveal something of this world.
I got an extreme success. 7 under 80.
Love it.
Durga, are you? How far are you from the gate?
I think about like 20 feet.
20 feet?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. This head turns to you. Still smiling. And you can hear the mouth this.
Mm-mm. No.
Good.
They're still standing there.
Can I
And
go closer?
you can, if you
Oh,
want
Okay,
to.
I'll go closer a little, just a little bit.
This is a bad idea, Durga.
Maria, what was your role?
7 under 80. I got an extreme success.
Holy shit! My God.
I can do 2 things. I can read really good and I can see things really good. I know too much. I cannot fight.
You see that this thing which is in front of you is not a singular entity. You think, or you feel, or you think, you're not sure of it. But this thing could be, for all intents and purposes, this thing could have very well be another creature at one point in time. You're not sure in which way, but there are inconsistencies in the body. There are inconsistencies in the biology and how a body is made up, how certain things go in certain places, where it feels like, this thing is not right. This thing is horrifying. It's ghastly. But it can't naturally occur unless a change happens which would require another body. You're not sure exactly what, but that's a tingling in the back of your head. You can't exactly pinpoint that.
Is this maybe brought about from the same general learning of folklore and of what theoretically these things were hearing
Think of
about
Think of-
them taking eyes from people to try to put body pieces together to make something else?
You believe it's something close because the gods that once apparently came to this world, they required sacrifices. They required, well, as apparently at one point in time, your friend, your close friend, Viran put it, to make something, you do need a lot of spare parts for it to keep going. So, Durga, as you approach closer,
Huh?
a flash in front of that face. Something similar. And it's gone. You can't roll for it. You can't push your luck for it, unfortunately. But
I didn't roll anything to begin with, so I'm good.
so you see that flash, and at that same moment, you hear a sound, boom, as this creature's head is split open, and they fall to the ground. One of the men from behind, they had a revolver, a huge revolver, and they're shaking their head. And that was ungodly. It had to die. We had to kill it.
You tried
just
to eat us? You are also ungodly.
We had to do what we had to do to survive.
Is the creature that was shot, is that the same one that I was looking at?
Yes.
Or is it okay? I just wanted to make sure. I think Val slowly turns around then
There
looks
was
at
only
this-
one creature who was at the.
Oh,
podcast.
I thought you said
That-
3. Okay.
Yeah,
So the three,
Val-
they were like approaching it, but they're still up the stairs.
Val slowly turns around, I think, as this creature falls over to whoever shot it, and says, "Do you not think that they were also just trying to survive?"
It's them or us. It's them or me, to be precise. So unless you want to end up like them, please entreat to my kinder nature.
The man is correct, Miss Valeria.
Archie!
They tried to kill us, guys.
Exactly.
Did we miss the horrible
had-
monstrosities?
Entirely lost their minds, and I believe this man was correct in putting it out of its misery.
Listen, I don't like violence. I'm very anti-violence, okay? But that was some seriously messed up stuff, okay? Listen,
Indeed.
we can fight about the morality of it, which again, I don't agree with. I don't think we should kill things, but also it happened, okay? We need to run or we die, being shot or otherwise.
The portcullis has dropped. We appear to be in a moment of relative safety.
Are you? Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Don't
Well,
you
Stop.
fuckers!
From Archie's perspective,
Yeah,
we're taking a beat,
we are.
and he pulls up a canvas pouch with a cross on it. Miss Valeria, your arm, and gestures to the blood.
I think she looks down now and just notices. Oh,
Now, playing into the trope of the donations that we had, one of the rewards that was given is that wounds mysteriously disappear, and it's perturbing and unsettling because they were there, but they're not.
As
And-
you, Val, as you check for wounds, there is blood. Definitely. There seems to be a place where it originated from, but for all intents and purposes, it seems to not be there. Was it an illusion? The blood seems to be real. Blood seems to come from you. Seems to be your blood. There's nobody else here who is bloody, as far as we know. Apart from the man who was torn in half, but let's not be bothered with the details.
I wasn't that close to the man who was torn in half.
And yeah, it seems to kind gods, a benefactor, a spirit. You're not entirely sure, but what you are sure of as you look up are two other bodies who are still crawling, and they appear to be even smaller, as if their bones have shrunk more. Even smaller. They appear to be about half the height of a normal human.
Small enough to be able to fit through the bars of that.
They haven't approached the portcullis yet, so we'll see.
Just taking a mental beat of that.
You hear a bit of a somewhat of a crunchy sound coming from there.
We should move.
We
should
go.
not be here.
We should go.
So,
You turned. Those. Sorry.
what is your name?
My name. Does it matter?
You tried to
Absolutely.
eat us?
You are our
Yes.
savior.
It matters.
Wait, did this one try and eat us?
They all were.
They all wanted to eat us, Archie! What are you not getting?
Sorry, I may have missed that this one also tried to eat us.
Yes.
All of them want to eat us.
Ah, I see.
My name is Avinash.
Another A name.
I see how it is.
Hey, your keeper has an A name.
So it's the
Yeah, and we don't trust you either.
P's like, and what?
E's and D's, everyone. Trust me, can't today.
He says, Avinash, and this is, and you see like the other man who's already walking away. We don't have a lot of rations, but I suppose they have guns, and well, I don't want this to be I don't want this to turn into a gunfight, and we weren't expecting these creatures. Avinash, let's just take them to our place.
You know, making the choice to not eat people is really easy. I think I need to make that my stance on that clear.
We have
There's a
water.
hand on your shoulder.
We have water, but no food.
There's a hand on
You can
Varen's
drink
shoulder that says,
water.
"That's not always the easiest choice to make, my friend."
Do you know what that water is? What that actually is?
I don't think I want to know, actually. I think, listen,
I stand with
I like
Barrow.
knowing things. I love knowing things. I'm going to start it down. Ignorance may be bliss. Look,
So
we
unless-
have some food and water, okay?
Unless you decide to share it with us, I'm afraid the people we have below, they are as hungry as these things appear to be. We never wanted to kill our own kind, but we had to. There was no way. We were lost. How long has that been? And you see this man turn to Avinash, and Avinash is like, I don't know. It's been, feels like months.
Do we know above board roughly how long it's been since people started coming down into
It's
this
been
place?
a couple of weeks.
Weeks.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
From what we learned from our benefactor, like we don't know if they were sending folks down before that or not.
It's been just a few weeks since the sinkhole opened beneath the ground.
Okay, understood. Archie is going to relay that. To the best of my recollection, it's been, the date is X, and the sinkhole came down here. To give them maybe a moment of whether it upsets them or not. Here's a fact that they can use to justify things or reflect on things.
So,
it's been 16 minutes since you came down here and you've eaten 5 people. No. Sun's going down. It's time to start drinking my own piss.
I'm sure it's just my mind playing tricks because of the loss of. Well, we don't know how much time has passed. There's no sun here.
Yes, being underground, miners all the time speak of this very phenomenon. You are quite sane to be feeling disorientation, my friend. Take solace in that. He's not wrong. Like
you see,
Technically.
Avinash is trembling at the moment, and this other man is just solemn. Like it's almost like he's past the stage of denial right into he's just skipped a few steps right into acceptance.
We were sent here to try and recover any survivors that we could find.
There are a few survivors. We found a lot of discarded clothes. We found some body parts. You see the solemn man speaking. Avinash is completely catatonic at this moment.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Okay.
I was sent on an official mission from the soldiers to figure this out. We have tried to find our way back, but the stair seems to be endless, up and down. although we have found that both sides of the stairs, the geography is different. And
What do you mean? Both sides being different.
it's not identical. It seems to be the side that we are on are much more cruder and rougher and more, for the lack of a better word, unfinished than the other side. These places, they look like they were built by hands.
Is the other side where these people are?
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, and he's like waiting for your name,
Durga.
Durga. We did not encounter them face to face before, but we have tried to stay clear of them as much as we can. A few of our people, they went to explore the other side. A couple of them came back and they talked of tunes, they talked of humming, they talked of songs that apparently what felt like songs being sung in groups. And well, wherever those noises were, we tried to stay away. We were just looking for any kind of things, plates, food, perishable clothes, things to fight with, looking for anything that we can. Well, on this side, things seems to be more scarce. As if this side, well, for the lack of a better word, the things that were on this side weren't good enough for the things that are on the other side.
Okay.
But it seems to be more safer on this side, at least. We haven't heard any of these creatures in this part. We have explored a lot. We have a map. We know where all safe places are. As we go deeper, there are some very large cavern openings, and well, I'll prepare you. It seems to be large independent towers inside this hollow mountain, apparently. Almost like buildings, bridges.
We didn't come down that far to have towers of any sizable descript. This is truly bizarre.
I'm not entirely honest. We are in the same place anymore, Mister. Well, anyway, we should get moving. And at this point, you can hear the crawling sound behind you as you are.
I'm gonna look back there as before turning and following wherever they're leading.
You are. I mean, as you turn back, you at this point you can see smaller hands, crawling down the stairs.
No.
Better get moving.
Should we be doing something about that? And he gestures to the man's pistol.
Well, we can, and he just one of them this
Have you
man
tried
has.
talking to them?
I don't think they can speak. Not in the state anyway. The state you have
They
left
told
them
us
in.
to run.
Well, I think that seems to be the right idea. And he just sort of looks around. We have a few boulders here. We can try to stop this door. We can block this
Durga,
door.
you could maybe be onto something.
They're small. They're not as threatening, I guess, as they once were.
How far away are they from the gate?
They're about about 10 steps. I mean, they're really slow at the moment. You can, at this point, if you see, they don't have a lot of muscle tissue left.
Mm-hmm.
I think Durga will try to go and like attempt to talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
Val will go wherever side to side with Durga,
think
having the same idea.
Vern is a healthy amount of Vern is behind them, but a healthy amount behind them.
You see this. You see Daniel say, "I wouldn't do it. We are not going to wait. We're not going to wait. You can follow us."
Following.
Give us 1 minute. That's all. Just 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
You approach the gate and you see.
Val's gonna crouch down to get
The
more
captain
like.
opens a pocket watch and starts timing a minute.
Love it.
Durga's not crouching.
These creatures, they're still crawling. Their bones are smaller, thinner. The fingers have shrunken, and behind them you can almost see a trail of liquid calcium, if you can call it that.
Okay.
Is it because of the
You turned them into
bones?
snakes.
It's because of the bones, P. It's because of the bones. Milk bones.
These are bone milk. Has anybody
No.
No, sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not think this through. I did not think that.
And 1 minute.
1 minute.
And if I need to, I'll dig out because I brought with me a bunch of random folklore book shit. I'll grab the book that I had some reading about these creatures and see if I can find either a name that they were referred to as by like the people groups that that in that folklore space.
Sure. As first of all, this is the visual that you see. As their bones have shrunk, they are trying to shrink everything, including their skull. They are Their eyes are still present somewhat, but still smiling ear to ear as they're approaching it. As you approach them, they're trying to look up. It's a struggle.
Yes, hi. Is this fairyland?
Val gives you 2 seconds of just the most curious, like, what are you talking about look before going back to her book.
You can nod your head if this is fairyland.
You just see them mouth. You can barely audible. I mean, they're barely audible. They just run.
Run. They're just telling us to run.
Be safe. Safe. Safe.
Be safe.
Be safe.
From
Right.
who?
What are we running
who?
from?
Val, as you're flipping through the book, there you see a phrase repeated over and over. Almost, it was like a chant. But you're engrossed in reading this, and Varan and Durga, you are engrossed in hearing this person. Those things, those two worlds, those phrases collide. As the light in their eyes, for a moment they feel human. There isn't that same shine behind that as on as you see in nocturnal creatures.
Uh-uh.
There is,
I literally just wrote down, are these people who are changed into these creatures? So this is great. This is good.
Yeah,
Good.
we're learning.
We're learning
And-
so much.
and you can almost see the shape of the eye changing, and not the shape. Let me be clear. The how should I put it? The back of their eye is changing, if that makes any sense, and seems to shine one moment from the lamp. You know how the nocturnal creatures' eyes shine, as their pupil shrinks because of the light. There's almost a change in color. All of them change to a red color, not the same red as Veran's eyes, not the same red, but almost, you guys almost feel that there is light behind those eyes, and that the pupil hole has vanished, and there's just a circle. It's red and it's shining, and you have seen it in drawings, in children's books, in astronomy books. Could be a sun, a dark sun. Then it changes back to its normal weird eyes, and it starts to, both of these creatures, they start to sing, behold it comes, behold it comes, behold it comes, behold it comes, behold it comes.
Hey, so Durga, I
We
think we should go. I think we maybe might.
I
Go.
Behold,
probably.
behold, behold.
I wish to not behold. I'm gonna go actually.
And
Durga's gonna just like tap Val and just be like, I think we got to go.
Val is transfixed by this.
Val,
'Cause
Valeria.
Val has seen a weird red looking sun before.
Oh.
No.
behold, it comes.
Hey, Valeria.
Behold,
Hey.
it
And I
comes.
think Baron's gonna try to move Valeria's face away from the horrible creatures. Hi, hey. We have to go. It's I think been a minute. We need to go, Valeria.
Please tune in your thoughts. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back.
Absolutely.
I hate you so much.
Evil.
I
Evil
We have
man.
to live in this. for
Evil
two-
man.
We have to live in this now.
Evil man. Hate
We
in his
have to
heart.
stew in this. He said
Varen.
stew.
Mhm.
You would know better than I, but I remember being a boy
Mhm.
and reading in one of my school books about what they're leaking out of them.
Mhm.
It's calcium from their bones.
Yeah.
Yes, we exploded them
I
and lit
mean,
them on fire.
see,
actually.
scientifically, it has to go somewhere.
Yes, yeah. But calcium oxide, because look at the gray. It's calcium exposed to air.
All
It's
right.
incredibly flammable.
I'm back. Anybody dead yet? I hope not. So,
Yes, that is true.
That is, if we encounter more of them, it may be, if they're undergoing this terrible change, they might be more susceptible to setting on fire.
That did seem to do the trick a little bit. It made them a little scarier, but
Absolutely. But
you know,
for the purpose of conserving resources, I don't believe you have another chair in your back pocket.
no, I'd like to keep my canes not on fire. My crutches.
so are you guys moving? Or are you staying for the
I want
parade?
to ask these creatures one last thing before I go.
Absolutely. Behold, it comes. Behold, it comes. What do you want to ask them?
When will the red sun appear? Is what I'm going to ask them.
As you ask them, they stop singing. Behold it.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
When all the eyes are in its hands, in all of its hands, it wants eyes. It wants eyes. It wants your eye. It wants your eye. It wants your eye.
Valeria.
It wants
Val is going to pull out their
eye.
pistol and shoot them.
It
From
wants
I mean, I'm
your
not point blank, but I'm close.
It wants your eyes. It wants your boom,
Can't have them.
boom.
Pop, pop.
What was the question that Val asked? When will the red sun come?
When will the red sun rise? I think is how I said it.
Got it.
2 heads explode. Inside normal brain matter, normal brain juice.
Is there
And-
something else, Luan?
Normal brain milk.
Don't.
Seems to be lifeless. Seems to be lifeless bodies.
No, I don't like how you said that.
Okay. Let's say things normally, chat. Please.
So, shall we get a move along? Do you want to have a rest? A bit of coffee, a bit of tea, a bit of biscuit, a cup of tea, and
Once
rest your
we get to
bones.
where we're going.
And rest your very bones.
Drink your
No,
bones.
I want my bones to continue to be
Drink your
active
bones.
and getting us where we're going.
So
is not time for
at this
bones to be
point,
resting.
Daniel and Avinash are. You can hear them walking away.
Mhm.
We're
I
the captain's following.
assume you're following. You follow. It feels like minutes almost turns to hours. You can obviously, if you have something, you can keep a mark of where you were. If you have like a chalk or something, because you can also see markings almost like slashes on the wall made with like blunt instruments, so that where this thing goes to where, just to map it out. So if you want, you can also do it, or otherwise it's there.
Is there the walls in this place? Is it cut stone? Is it formed stone?
Give me
What I'm getting at is taking that rock hammer
Absolutely.
that we.
You are absolutely right. You can absolutely check for it. You can either give me an archaeology check, or in this case, I will actually give you an option of rolling natural world or spot hidden as well.
Yeah. I'll roll
Yes, sir.
natural world.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, spot hidden is a 45, so I'll go with that. I'm literally just trying to like drag the hammer on the stone and see if it leaves a mark at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's a failure, a 62 over a 45.
Since you're doing an activity for that, you don't need a roll. It does leave a mark.
Okay. Perhaps we, unless
If
someone
you
has.
have, if you have succeeded, I will give you an interesting tidbit, but we'll get to later. And nobody else can roll for it now. It's gone.
I like it.
And the wall seems to be, they don't seem to be like finished. This one seems to be like a miner's road in a way, because it's almost like it's dug up. It's not
But it
very
is
finished.
Stone, but not
It's stone.
not dirt or clay. Okay.
No, it's not dirt or clay. It's stone. And there are doors and empty rooms, small rooms on the side. There seems to be things like windows and doors, but small rooms, empty, dust filled. As you walk along, you see that suddenly, as you might be walking and talking, it seems to echo. You step or your voice seems to echo. And if you look on the side, on either side, it goes into black. You see Daniel turn back and say, "Now, single file. Please be careful. Do not look around. It might make you dizzy. Please, for God's sake, do not look around willy-nilly. Don't look up. If you must, please hold someone's hand. The way is narrow. We need to be careful when we walk. Slower is better."
Friends, the captain pulls some webbing from his bag, just like a 2-inch parachute webbing.
Yeah.
And loops it through the belt loops of his trousers and hands it forward.
Smart.
He will pull up the rear for everybody. So Varen is reasonably in the middle at this point.
All right. Who's leading up the front?
Durga, I guess.
Do you still have your gun?
Yes.
It's cocked. I hope. Good. You should. I mean, in situations like this, you can never be too careful anyway. These two men are. I mean, you're facing their back, so I mean, you're pretty confident that no smart moves, or you can look back if you want to where you came from, just to check if there's anybody following you. But you're pretty confident there's nobody following you.
I mean, you were explicitly said to not look around, so I think Baron's going to listen to that.
Yeah.
Don't watch for the ambush that we're walking into. Don't look around.
As you're stepping onto this path, it looks solid and firm beneath your feet. But, it's about 2 feet wide. And there was a stone which you hit with your feet, and it just falls into darkness. And you want to try speaking out loud just to see how big this place is, because you did hear an echo.
Give us a monologue.
I do think it only being 2 feet wide would be quite a problem for Varen.
You can hop on someone's back if you want. Somebody with stronger shoulders, maybe one of the men up front.
Ooh, never. No, actually. Okay.
Easier to slit their throat that way if push comes to shove.
Wow.
Interesting I mentioned that word, if push comes to shove.
Wow. I will offer to carry
backpack.
By the way, Blue Tokai, if you're listening, the cold brew is great. Sponsor us if you need to. We have so many dark things, and your dark coffee is great.
Topical.
How smooth.
But
So-
yeah, I guess Varen is on Valeria's shoulders now.
So you're walking. I mean, this place, although your light doesn't go far, it seems to be fairly large, because your light doesn't directly hit an object as of yet. But as you're walking, your eyes can adjust, obviously. In the distance, you see stalagmites from huge, almost as tall as a building, come from the top of the cave, coming to a point. And around you, there are, from the bottom to up, almost like an hourglass. Not exactly an hourglass, but tapering, wider at the top and at the bottom. There seems to be towers with windows, or what looks like windows. But everything feels so quiet. Why is it so quiet?
Valeria, you wouldn't have happened to read about any of this, would you?
An underground city made by creatures of folklore. That
You
kind of
read
thing.
a lot.
I read a lot. There's a lot of things that I don't know, though.
I mean,
Is this something that the captain might have intercepted at his brokerage, whether it was for Miss Valeria or for any other contraband items? We've established that he spends a lot of time reading what comes in and goes out.
Yeah. Why don't you give me?
Just an intelligence of some kind?
Yeah. Or history. Or you can do a library use also. Actually, that will also work. A library of your mind, so to speak. But actually, in this case, I would ask you to. Let me check. Apologies, guys.
It's all good.
I'm just checking what would be the right skill for you to take, for you to look into. Actually, you can either give me an appraise or an arts and craft.
I will do appraise. That is a failure of a 90 on a
Oh
65.
no!
I have all the social skills and not a whole lot of everything else.
I mean, you get a lot of artwork, weird artworks by foreign artists who seems to be deeper. But you have a keen eye, but you don't necessarily care for the meanings behind those paintings, and that's unfortunately is one way you're able to look. You're able to appraise it, but you don't necessarily want to look deep into it or know the intentions behind the artist. You don't really care for that.
Yeah.
Your job is to make profit and to keep the status quo going.
Absolutely.
So no, there's not really. You can try to push your role if you want to.
I rolled a 90 on a 65.
You can try to. I mean, you'll need a hard success next time.
Yeah.
You can always try.
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So same appraise, but rolling at hard.
So for those of you who have not played Call of Cthulhu, when you fail on a roll, you can re-roll that. That's called pushing a roll, but you have to succeed at a higher difficulty. That is at least either the half of your skill or 1/5 of your skill. And can you use luck points in your push roll? I don't think you can. Can you?
I think you can, because luck is so finite for the character.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I'll give it a go trying to push it.
Yeah. Tell me how you're pushing it.
He's like, no, wait. It wasn't the art, it was the books. And he remembers sitting in this cage. Basically, it's literally an equipment cage for anybody that's ever worked in industry. And sitting by candlelight and reading through tomes and tomes of books. And he grabbed one that he was translating from Sanskrit. He was using a reference tome beside him. And he grabbed the wrong book and was reading through. He's like, this isn't like lewd poetry. What is this? And that's an extreme success. A 13 versus a 32.
Always push your rolls.
Yeah.
It's there for a reason. You realize that
it was lewd poetry all along.
It was lewd poetry. No. You realize that there was a poem of people gone by who made a city under the ground, made up entirely of a certain kind of stone, which it doesn't mention. It just calls it the stone from the Fae. And it was made entirely, or rather, the city itself was made entirely by digging, and by not using digging tools, but using their hands. It took it took a millennia.
Yes, it would. This is why we evolved tools.
It took a millennia, but
Digging
that
hole.
city was made, and the god was pleased of their sacrifice.
No.
It gave them nourishment. They gave nourishment to the god. They gave praise to the god, and the god bestowed upon them eternal life. And you see at the bottom of that, not you see, you remember a name which, I mean, is famous, but I mean, you don't particularly like that name. As a sermon spoken by Shiraj Indri at a congregation in certain, like, an year mentioned, which is like 200 years before your time. From a sermon spoken by Shiraj Indri.
That rings a bell to James. From our the primer, I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's the founder of this place.
Yeah.
The person who made this entire area.
That's right.
Well, for those of you who don't know, in this world of Ispatpur, a Shiraj Indri was a man, a person. Nobody knows because it's like 200 years now. Most of it is speculation. Did Shiraj Indri really exist? He came from a strange land, and through his charm enthralled a people into, from becoming independent states into forming a nation together. A nation literally formed out of a cult.
So
And-
Rasputin, for a lack of a better
Yeah.
analogy.
And these people, these soldiers, they were to get ready for an interplanar war, a war which might one day take place. You never know where, but these people had to be ready. A war that might take place one day, maybe it can be tomorrow, 100 years, 1,000 years from now, between a people from beyond the stars, maybe, or from beyond a state of existence, maybe, or from up, from below. You don't know. But this is what the soldiers, the policing force, and the government of Ispatpur and other cities in the empire, they believe. And Shiraj Indri was their prophet. Shiraj Indri, I mean, there is a famous statue in Ispatpur, a Shiraj Indri standing tall, or almost like elfin features, really hooked nose, chin up, wearing a turban covering his ears, a kurta with a bandi, a Nehru, sort of a Nehru collar on, and holding a cane, a really intricate cane. And that's what you remember.
You have described a wizard, my friend, with his magical staff of power. But
Covered his ears, huh?
funny how
I mean, it's turban. With turbans, most of the time, it's like the.
Yeah,
it's
it's
turban.
convenient. It's really convenient. It's super convenient.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I've seen Star Trek episodes where Vulcans go back in time, and I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I've watched Star Trek. You can't pull the wool over my eyes, Amaan.
This
Whatever
is
do
Star
you
Trek,
mean?
obviously.
The captain
Whatever do you
shares
mean?
this specifically with the group as we're moving our way forward, hanging on to this webbing. That this place and what they've said calls to memory a book that I came across at the brokerage, and it had to do with Suraj Indri, I believe. Just terrible accent, because again he is 100% doing this as a second language.
It's fine.
And it's something about the city being dug by hand, and it pleasing a god, and this place being created by that person. There's a statue of the fellow in town, I believe. The wizened-looking folk with the cane, the staff, the founder of this area, this land.
As you are walking, you hear Daniel say, "We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there." It echoes.
And the captain leans, like, doesn't look around, but he's like, I am the very model of a modern major general of information, vegetable, and animal minerals.
Captain, maybe not. If we're not trying to be heard.
He is taken by flights of fancy sometimes.
He's taken by flights of fancy sometimes.
We shall be taken away.
He is in love with the romantic idea of adventure.
We're all gonna
Not
plummet to hell,
necessarily
but
their
that's cool.
realities.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a little ditty in first.
Sudden, out of nowhere, a mustached, a general, a sailor man, an expert mathematician comes in.
Archibald, you did it!
I was so confused.
Everyone roll sanity.
Right?
No. For now, you keep moving ahead, and at one point, you see a large tower, appear in front of you, and it seems to be, going into the hill or mountain or the stone itself. So, we are here. Please, quickly, and Daniel and Avinash starts to usher you in.
Come in.
Where are you
I
going?
need you all to move before he can. So.
All right, so you're the last one, right, Archie?
I believe so. Yep.
All right, so Daniel says, "Let's go. Keep moving."
Onward.
All right, and you notice he doesn't, you almost, he almost walks like, shoulder to shoulder with you, not walking behind you. Like, the God, that was that dreadful place, dreadful. Everything. I fucking wish I hadn't come here.
Oh, you and me both.
Indeed. Your sentiment is shared, friend.
Well, we are approaching a hall, and you will see for yourself. Please, I would say, do not dwell on it. And
what awaits us?
Sorry?
What awaits us?
We do not know what it is. From what we can tell, it looks like either it could be an idol or it could be a skeleton. We don't know.
Does the thing have many hands?
It has a lot of bones, it seems like, but it seems to be made of stone. But almost in a certain light, it does not look like stone. Let's just keep moving, please.
Tread lightly, everyone.
It's just coming to Val's mind is a description of putting things together to make a new thing, and is very concerned.
Steve, please, you should be imprisoned in Horny jail.
Go to bed, Steve.
Go to bed, Steve.
I'm just going to point out that it has many hands.
I'm deceased.
Many
I've decided to be no longer living. I voluntarily.
We stopped.
All right. So you appear into an opening in on down the road, and it opens to what seems like a large hall, almost like a hall. And there are lines on the floor, almost like little, almost like tiny trenches in the ground. Feels like almost where people can sit if they want to, or lie down if they want to, in these little trenches. They seem to be wide enough for humans. And does anybody look up?
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Yes, but I will ask first. Now that we're in like a larger space, is there space that I could put Virion down in? Like, is this like wider or is it still like?
This is wider. This is
I'll
wider.
ask
This
Aaron.
is
Yeah, I mean,
like
I
fairly
think
wide.
then everyone would like go back to using their crutches and
Okay.
hop off.
Then
the
I will
area.
look up.
All-
The captain's going to take that webbing that was stretched amongst all of us.
Mhm.
It's like 20, 25 feet long, and approach Varen and say, just in case we need to move quickly, and he proffers the webbing as if like, I want you to tie this around your shoulders so we can backpack you and go.
Turn you into a literal backpack.
I am becoming backpack.
I am become backpack. Destroyer of
It's not
worlds.
just the monsters that are evolving and changing.
I'm evolving. Yeah, like loop it through, his vest, to become backpack, just in case.
Yeah. So, as you stop and try to look up, you can hear sounds of other people far down below. Like, oh, you come here. Please tell me you found some food. Please, we are so hungry. It's been so long since the canned food finished. Did you find something in one of those rooms? And you can hear like Daniel and Avinash like talk. It's okay. We have found some food. We have found some food. I will get you that. You do not need to worry. Like last time, there is food for us. And there seems to be like a few ladies in those mix as well. No children, obviously.
Yeah, not here.
Yeah, not here. Obviously, you look up, and the first thing that you notice are let's imagine this together for a moment. Everybody, put your hands together. Let's hold hands.
Like, no.
The different
There you go.
interpretations of put your hands together. Pray.
If you put
So when it goes
five,
this way, that's when it goes
if you
this
put
way.
about not five, I would say if you put 5 human skulls beside each other, fuse them together in a way that their eye sockets and nose sockets turn into one giant opening, and
You're missing too much cheek with that, though.
yeah, definitely,
Like a star?
almost like a weird this shape. Like
Okay,
a-
but is it hot?
So Ravan.
Is it hot?
and beneath that you see, you know how your jaw turns inwards, where your teeth are, right? So you see, because those 5 heads are fused together, you can see those teeth have that sort of curve as wherever those skulls are joined.
It's like the most fucked up like MRI X-ray of a person's face,
and
where it's like
there-
spread out, but like 5 times.
there is there seems to be beneath the jaw, like the lower part of the jaw, seems to be extended via your femur bones. Is it femur bones? Sorry, your thigh bones extended
Yeah,
back
femur.
into the
Femur
skull.
is right.
Yeah, into the skull. And
God.
instead of the lower jaw, instead of the teeth there, you see 2 bone-like teeth sharpened to a point, and from behind it, infused with each other, are your limb bones, from your hand and from your shoulders, and bones from your thighs, which joins at your ankle, one after the other, almost like it has so many joints. There are about 25 of these branches which come out from behind this skull. and behind the skull is almost feels like there is a long line of spine, which is like spines infused with each other, and it's suspended in the air. It doesn't seem to hang off of anything.
Varen.
No.
Varen,
Yes.
look upon this.
I don't want to.
There's something here.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with Fourier, Weber, and Gauss? Maxwell, the invention of dimension.
Yes.
The idea that it was about 60 or so years ago they published that thing on what a two-dimensional creature would not be able to conceive up or down, and a flat world, if it will. This doesn't seem sensible to us, and I can't help but feel that, much like those strange puzzle pictures that you see in the shops that change as you move around them or let your eyes go out of focus.
Imagine us.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it only
the
looks like this.
the
because of
skull
where the
is.
long-
I mean, the thing, the structure, or bones. If it's literal bones, at this moment, it almost looks like it's made out of polished stone.
Mhm.
At this distance, it's looking towards the the entrance where you came from.
Okay.
Because maybe it only looks like that with all of its face is kind of merged, because much like the 2D people, we're not looking at it with the right number of dimensions.
Okay.
So to us, we just see teeth.
Yes.
Uh,
And horror.
Can we touch it?
Ooh. Before we do that, can Varen roll, I don't know, like intelligence or something to try to discern
you
knowledge?
you can, but you need a hard success, or rather, you know what? No, not a hard success. You don't know what this is.
Could I roll?
You will need to roll for Cthulhu mythos.
Oh God.
For this.
Yeah, I got
That's
it.
a 0.
I have a 0.
So basically, you'd have to get a 1, right?
And then use luck points.
And then use luck points.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
So statistically,
Both of you can roll for it.
okay,
All right,
will
chop
not-
chop.
Ooh, nope. I failed so spectacularly.
As you're thinking about it, it does. It looks at you, and that's where we're going to end today's episode. Everyone.
No.
Remember, folks, only you can save us from utter madness. The
You can
GM
save
has
Or
no-
add.
You
Or
can-
add to the madness.
You can save or add to the madness if you
Yes.
donate to Make-A-Wish Foundation, of which James will be talking about more soon. But let me just reiterate this thing. Thank you for watching, and thank you for enjoying the horrors. If you have not, why not? Why aren't you enjoying this at the moment? And I shall be bringing you this more madness in next week, next Sunday. And I will let James take over and talk about the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the donations that you can make to the incredible thing that they're doing.
Absolutely. So the entire month of October and the first 2 weeks of November are Roll for Wishes, our annual Make-A-Wish International fundraiser. We've got 100 to 150 TTRPG creators in the space, all volunteering to run games in every single time zone. I myself jumped up at 3 o'clock this morning to play with some folks in Ireland and England. Every donation that you make through the Tiltify links that are in chat affect the game in real time, whether it's making things a little easier on us or making things a whole lot harder on us. Generally, we split the audience 50-50 by who wants to see us die faster versus who wants to save the players. If you like, you can go to logomancy.ca/RFW, that's Roll for Wishes, to see a full calendar schedule of all of the games that are being arranged throughout the month. Tune in, watch, donate what you can. If it's a hardship to do so, please just share anything for Roll for Wishes that you see online. It all goes directly to Make-A-Wish International and helping children with debilitating diseases. So that said, Steve, I believe, has a giveaway to load up.
Before that, let's just quickly go around and give our farewells and give our outros. So James, if you want to add anything else,
yes.
do.
So I'm James. I run Logomancy Media. You can find us online everywhere at Logomancy Media. Exactly how it sounds and is displayed on your screen. We're going to be busy for the next couple of weeks running a whole bunch more games. You'll see my face on the internet a whole lot if you're in the space. Let's volleyball this over.
To Veran, Lewis.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Lewis Wolf. Still. You can find me on Twitter. It's Lewis W. Most other social media. I'm a disabled actor / producer / artist. I did the character art for this. Woohoo!
Amazing.
I have worked on podcasts like Soul Operator, The Grotto. I'm wearing the sweatshirt now. Rhapsody of the Exiled. That's recently been announced. I've done that. Laconia Broadcast, All at Sea. The other things, I'm mostly in the custody of Staging Catalyst. They own me. Great shows on that network.
Maria.
Oh my God, it's me. Hello. It's me, Maria. Maria Brewster. Oh, hi. Maria Brewster on the internet. I am primarily a variety streamer on Twitch, doing all sorts of cozy, chaotic, and caffeinated things. In about an hour, I'm going to be doing one of my most cursed streams ever. So if you want to come and have a wonderfully terrible time with me, I'll be doing very normal things. Outside of that, this is like this is it. It's this game is great. This game is rad. So please,
I'm afraid.
We're so scared. But it's really great, and I love being here.
Lastly, Agent B.
I'm gonna have nightmares. I am already sick, but I have been, am, and always will be Agent P. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me on Instagram at the.agent.p or on Twitter at theagentp_. I love playing TTRPGs. I will be running our Passion de las Pasiones game on this channel on Tuesdays. Tune in for the drama, because it's wild. We had like a double kidnapping last episode. And last episode in and of itself was wild. It should be up on YouTube soon, so go check that out. Otherwise, I'm a voice actor that, I'm in a few projects that I can't speak about yet, but I'm excited about it. I'll see you guys next week, where I will once again ask Amaan to pay for my therapy bill.
Yes.
But
Maria's covering me. By the way, hello. This is your keeper. This is your cute, handsome keeper who was totally a snack today. By the way, I put on some makeup. There's some glitter on my eyeshadow.
It's not lipstick this time.
Yeah, it's not lipstick this time. Last time, my eye is safe. My eye is safe for now. But yeah, I did put on some glitter, although it's not very much visible. Although I'm still proud of it. Yeah, you can find me anywhere on social media as Amaan HK. I do sometimes stream. I streamed, cleaning this all up. There are so many books here. There's so many Terry Pratchett books here. I love it so much. And you can find me, as Pantsless tables. Sometimes I have run so many games, mostly horror. And we'll see you here. I also run, by the way, just to slide it in there, I run the Infinite Tavern podcast, where we interview people from the industry, from the TTRPG industry, where in whichever field they may be working, as an actor, as a designer, as a sound designer, as an artist, anything, literally anything. We interview them. We have a few interesting interviews coming up, so please follow the Infinite Tavern on all social medias. And we will see you next week. But right now, I have to give it over to Steve. Steve, do we have a winner? Steve.
I'm here.
Steve is
I'm
gone.
awake.
Steve is asleep. Oh.
Wait, is Steve audible on the stream?
Yes.
Oh,
I
that's
checked.
we should check
That's
that.
important.
Good,
We
good,
love
good.
we love
I
this
checked,
for
I
us and Steve.
Okay. Last calls in for the giveaway. Use exclamation giveaway for giveaway and to win giveaway. Yeah.
By the way, thank you so much. Oh shit! I dropped my other earphone. By the way, thank you to Chaosium for supporting this series. Thank you for the books. Thank you for the starter kits. If you haven't, you still last chance. Please enter the giveaway. To win the giveaway because it's about the giveaway and
For the giveaway.
It's for the giveaway. And we're giving away real books.
That's exclamation mark starter. You can
No,
put it in the
exclamation
chat.
starter is for the command.
Oh,
Exclamation
yeah.
giveaway is to enter the giveaway.
Exclamation giveaway! Exclamation giveaway!
Someone
And
is
you get a
lying
starter
to
kit.
you. Let's
And
go live.
you can run your own horror stuff because of it, and you can maybe run it in Ispatpur. I'll try to release a playtest version of this campaign setting of the city very soon, at least by the end of this year. That's what I'm hoping for. And then you can run your own horrific things inside of it, and maybe this adventure will be a part of it. Who knows? Which you can run it in your own way, maybe with a different ending, maybe with different monsters, maybe with different different
Amaan.
fairies. Yeah.
If we hit the $100 starter goal that Steve posted on this, chat agrees that you should shave your beard off and join me for some dual mustache action.
Dueling stashes.
Shave the beard, leave the mustache. For charity.
I
charity, Amaan.
want to do so much, but I will literally be murdered for
Oh
this.
no, we can't have that. We need you to tell our scary stories.
I'll have to ask for permission first.
Just let them know it's for charity,
Yeah, it's for the children.
Yeah.
not for desire.
So if all the giveaway entries are in, we can Steve.
Get it.
Hey,
Somebody won!
Yay!
Who's that? It is
Joseph.
okay. Kosef? Am I, or is it Kosef? No, or is Kosef no Metz? I'm so sorry for
You
mispronouncing.
did it.
Kosef no Metz. Yes, I did it.
Yes.
We'll be in touch with you soon regarding the giveaway. Congratulations, you can run your own horrific settings in this. We are so
Okay.
Also, 2 bookmarks.
2 bookmarks, I believe established.
2 bookmarks.
you are winning the starter kit for this, and you know what, just reach out to me when you receive it. We can maybe plan something. I can give you some some homebrew material if you want to run your own thing. And yeah, we'll reach out with more information after the finale, but until then, thank you so much for tuning into Pantsless Tables, where none of us are wearing pants. And
Surprise!
My
from
pants
more-
have hot dogs on them.
Yeah.
Also, we're at $100, so get permission
Oh.
back.
I have to ask your permission for the children.
For the
For
children.
the children, Amaan. For
We'll
the
see you
children.
Come on!
next
For the
week.
children!
Ha-ha.
For the children.
Do it.
That'll be
do
our
it
jump
on
scare
stream.
for-
Do it on
Oh
stream.
my God.
For the children, Amaan.
No.
Yeah.
Get permission, and before we go live next week, you go live, and you do it.
We'll all tune
Good.
into Aman's channel.
Or
And
at
then,
least
and
a
then
goatee,
you wait
right?
in the Pantsless table.
If not the full
Yeah.
beard, at least goatee. I think at least
Yeah.
we can start there, negotiate.
Just
Right,
like
you
here.
know-
Yeah, just have like the chin and then the mustache and then
Look, if I can
slowly
make my
disappears.
partner upset with me for an entire month to do this and just this,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can do it for
we
2
can make
weeks.
this work.
You can actually,
You only got 2
Amaan,
weeks
think
left.
about it. Less than 8 days. If you do it Sunday morning next week,
Yeah, exactly.
that's only 8 days.
It's only
Right?
8 days.
Mhm.
Listen, we're giving you
And it'll probably
ammunition
grow
to give
back
you
by
the
then
chance.
anyway. So with how quickly beards grow, you should be fine in a week. I'm just saying, it's for the kids.
5 days.
It's
For the
fun.
kids.
It's for the kids.
You know what? I'll do it
hate
too.
walking in. I walked. Hey, you fucker! You don't show your face. That's not fair. It doesn't matter.
I think the milestone for this campaign, the $100 milestone was Amaan shaves and gets a mustache. The $200 milestone should be a face of Steve stream.
Oh no! Please.
Oh
no! That
No.
I have built
$250.
a brand over for 3 years without showing a face. I don't think if we get $10,000, I'll do it.
Oh.
We raised $10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
We as in Pantsless tables. Yeah, not the
Pantsless
whole
table,
campaign.
okay.
Because the whole
Okay,
campaign will hit
okay.
10,000 easy. No problem. I don't have any.
We gotta market. We gotta market this, guys.
Yeah.
I remember that.
All right. Until next time. Until the next horrific thing I bring your way.
And
Bye-bye.
then I believe that James said there was someone to raid into that is also doing a Roll for Wishes stream.
Steve, I put 2 things in chat. We've got both Indestructiboy and Tay are streaming on Twitch right now. They're doing Roll for Wishes as well. If we want to raid out, say hello.
Where did you put it?
In the
Oh,
chat.
sorry.
I
put it in the video chat.
Video chat.
On Discord. Okay, so I think we'll end that. Does anybody have any final words?
No notes. No stars, no wishes.
Bye.
Me when I get
Perfect.
here.
We'll get to that after the stream.
Yeah. Beautiful.
No pants only.
All right,
mates.
cool. I'm gonna let you all go then. Bye. Thank you for vibing. You're all great, and we'll see you all next week for episode 3. Till then, stay safe. Be careful about the nightmares, and make sure to hydrate.
Hydrate. Drink your
Remember,
bones.
Drink your
There's
bones.
fingers.